This is Lahore, the city that is called the heart of Pakistan. Lahore was the first home to the millions of refugees who migrated to Pakistan after the country got its independence from the British rule on 14th of August, 1947. 27 kilometers from the center of Lahore lies the historic Gateway to Freedom, called Wagah Azadi, at the international border between India and Pakistan. This is Wagha. Once a small hamlet, today Wagha is an international checkpoint and the venue of the world's most renowned retreat ceremony. This is the only place in the world where tens of thousands of people from the two countries with deep archaic rivalries gather every evening to witness the ceremony that has become the symbol of their passion. Wagah Azadi, literally the gateway to freedom, is exactly the place where millions of fleeing migrants, the refugees, were lodged in makeshift camps back in 1947.
When Pakistan came into being, this was the main route where most of the people came into Pakistan, those who migrated from India into Pakistan, the Muslim community majority.
Millions of displaced people who were actually plundered and looted, probably the largest in the history.
There were very horrible and unfortunate scenes at that time where the trains were burnt. People of every age and class, they had suffered a lot of atrocities.
I would not hesitate to say that since 47, this place has become a pride for our nation.
Initially, this force, which is now called as Pakistan Rangers, it was called as West Pakistan Border Guards. They were deployed, and from that point onward, this has been a giant check post between the two countries, from where most of the time even the traveling by road between the two countries is also done. The United Nations people, they keep crossing, and even now, as you know, we have some Samjhauta Express and the Dosti bus service and other things. Recently, the trade has also started to some extent.
Initially in 1947 till 1959, it was a very ordinary sort of a ceremony where the normal flag lowering used to take place at sunset. But it was late in October 59, once it was decided to have a coordinated drill movement by both the guards from the Indian side, the BSF, and from the Pakistan side, the Pakistan Rangers. And then the flag lowering ceremony would take place in the evening every day.
This is basically a military drill where the national flag of the two countries is lowered at a fixed time, mutually agreed by the two countries, and the soldiers, they perform this drill. And this drill over a period of time has become so interesting and so motivating that most of the people, they come to witness this parade.
Long before the final countdown begins, people start coming in. Even their arrival by car, wagon, motorbikes, or any other mode of transport is a scene to behold. The crowd participation and their enthusiasm is so infectious, it even spreads among the foreign tourists who make it a point not to miss the event while visiting Lahore.
My name is Bogush, and I came here with my dad. He is defense attaché from Poland, and I really like Pakistan. I'm glad I came here today to see the ceremony of closing the gate.
I know the history about the two countries, and I guess what's going on here is just to show not your power, but what you can, your abilities.
This ceremony basically is to bring a lot of national spirit and motivation in the public. those people who every day, thousands of people go to witness this ceremony. And I always say that the number of times they say Pakistan Zindabad during that 1 hour time, probably that frequency would match with the few years in their life when they would have shouted this slogan. That is how charging and motivating it is.
While the passion of the assembled crowd boils, the soldiers give their uniforms the last touches to be fully ready for the big moment, the retreat ceremony. Every move highlights the cultural difference and the values each nation aims to carry forward.
This is a unique kind of ceremony which is nowhere in the world. This is the only place where you have a ceremony like this. And they come to see the kind of parade which is being carried out by both the sides, and the kind of spirit and vigor being displayed, and the way this parade is carried out, and the way the audience on either side, particularly on our side, the way they are with the soldiers, they get so much involved, it looks as if they are also part of the parade.
Finally, the moment that everybody was waiting for. The cautioning on both sides signals the official opening of the ceremony. The soldiers take their designated positions, while the slogans and screams are transformed into vigor and passion. The highly charged environment tells the whole story of the past, the present, and the future. The parade commences with a formal permission from the commander. The gates are opened for the welcome handshake and slammed immediately to be opened again. Though it all starts with a handshake, symbolizing friendship, but there is an unmistakable sense of competition going on between the soldiers taking part from both sides. In each step, in every detail, even the smallest gesture of the soldiers' meticulous movements. In tune with the thumping of their boots, the paraders on both sides timed the entire effort to clockwork perfection for the harmony and beauty of this extraordinary occasion. Their eye contact, the stomping of feet, the movement of arms, pulling out the chest, even the subtlety of the thumb pointing downward, all have a deeper meaning.
This ceremony, while people definitely go there and enjoy, but at the same time, the message which the soldiers are conveying is that we are ready to defend our motherland. We are very much ready to defend our borders, and we would definitely dominate the enemy in every field. And at the same time, since it's a parade being carried out by both the sides, so that urge or that desire to dominate the opponent in every field is also there.
Actually, now this is the climax, I would say, that the crowd is now cheering, and the crowd is actually giving a response to both the stakeholders first of all, and then those two selected individuals And it's worth mentioning over here that anybody who forms part of these people who are performing the guard on the Pakistani side have to be minimum 6 feet 2 inches. This is the minimum standard we keep. They have to be very broad.
Even the unwinding of the cord is a moment to be cherished and glorified. Like every other segment of the parade, unwinding of the cord is too a competition in itself. Watch closely. Fired up by a roaring crowd, the towering Rangers Jawans, smart and elegantly dressed, lower the flag and fold it to be taken to the quarter guard. Each of these fine-tuned and well-rehearsed drills is repeated by their counterparts on the other side of the border. The official duty day at Wagah has ended, and the gates are closed. The crowd carries the emotions with them. The soldiers stay and stand guard waiting for tomorrow, another special day when they will have another chance to be the shining stars of this unique ceremony that so inspires their whole nation. The daily retreat ceremony, on the one hand, is a reminder of all the painful memories attached to the independence movement, while on the other, it reenacts, in a way, the resolve of the people of Pakistan that they are ever vigilant and ready to face any eventuality from across the border. Yet, in line with the spirit of the time, it also conveys the message that Pakistan does not mean harm to any country and wishes to live in peaceful coexistence with its neighbors, as well as the world community at large. That, in essence, is the message behind Pakistan Zindabad.